Hey, it's your boy Mike. Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra video. So me and Minato released a video very similarly where we talked about Gekishin Squadra having a pay-to-win issue, and I kind of wanted to just talk about the comments in both of our videos and just give more discussion to this topic because some of these comments are very silly to say the least. Okay, let me be the black sheep. The game is free, meaning that the people that took the time and resources to create this game must make revenue to keep said free game running. They have it where they can get money from skins. They have it where they have a insane amount of money that they'll get from the gacha system. They don't need to make it where characters are paid. If they went the Marvel Rivals route and made every single character free, the game would not die, right? So no, they don't have to make it where you have to continue paying. If anything, I've said it a couple of times. I'm almost positive this game would make more money if the game was free for every single character, because more people would be incentivized to buy skins, to buy the summons, to continue and get the animations that they want, versus now it's a thing of waiting for not only the character that you like and then buying it for like $7, $8, right, but then also summoning for the animations. Like, I guarantee again that people would be more likely to spend money than if they just had all the characters for free. Also, just because a person paid for the characters doesn't mean that they automatically acquire the IQ or skills to win matches with said characters. The teams matter, not just the character you're playing. Yes, but people have an inherent advantage by using those characters. That's what makes a game pay to win. That doesn't mean you automatically win if you use it. Of course not. It doesn't mean it's still not pay to win. Like, if you were a person who's using Ultimate Gohan and like the best Krillin in the game, like fought each other, like an average person who's playing Ultimate Gohan versus the best Krillin, the Krillin is gonna have a much worse and just unfun time than the Ultimate Gohan is, because Ultimate Gohan has so much more toxic mechanics and so much more CC and so much more ability to impact the game than Krillin does. The person who's playing Ultimate Gohan will have that inherent advantage. Krillin doesn't, and that's what makes him the worst technical, right? And again, like, yeah, that doesn't mean that you can't lose with those guys, but worse people will win against better people. Like, I'm sorry to say that, but it's just true. They need to add a player character ban for each team so that a free-to-play player doesn't get shafted ever for not spending money. Yeah, like, I wouldn't mind a ban system. Again, other games like Marvel Rivals do it as well, and they're doing well, right? Like, it would also just give more incentive to playing on the non-ranked mode as well, the quick battle. So that's just me though. Wow, the new character in a MOBA is better than the old ones. Yeah, man, you're right. Topo is better than every single character in the game. Who would have fucking thought, man? Or Gotenks is better than every single technical. Who would have thought, man? Like, no. That it not only is this not always how it is, but it also doesn't need to be like that. The new character doesn't have to be the best in the game. I don't want a game where a new character is better than every single other one. I want it to be where it gives a different play style, right? Like, let's take something like Gotenks, for example, because I think that he was one of the more balanced releases of this, right? Gotenks has a lot of counters to some of his toxic mechanics, like the stun of his one. His ultimate was pretty easy to walk out of during the early game, and later on it does become a lot harder to escape. But still, as long as you have your escape options, you can try to get out of it, right? And that's what I think is balanced about this character, is that even with his toxic stuff that he does, he still has it where you can counterplay in some way and try and play around it, right? Like there's always counterplays to this guy, even with him still being really fucking good. He was one of, if not the best release, in my opinion, for that. But then you just get like something like Ultimate Gohan, and I don't want to get too off topic, but like again, it should just add more play styles to this. Like Gohan is someone who's like a supporter who can stun. Krillin is can be someone who is blinding and affecting the person's vision. Hit is doing the same thing, but also trying to be the assassin of the group and taking people out. Majin Buu is the healer. 17 is the shielder. Frieza is the minion maker. Like everyone does something differently, and that's what I like about this game, is that everyone has like a different thing about them. But then you're just gonna see the same fucking flavor of ice cream every game with Ultimate Gohan. They don't need to make it where every character is insanely broken. It just doesn't need to be a thing. Gotenks and Toppo have been a pain in my ass for real. Toppo fucking falls off a cliff. Like it's so funny that people have a lot of issue playing against this guy, because genuinely the only thing that really does a lot of damage is his third ability, and you can vanish out of it if you know you could just get out of the line of sight of it. There is just stuns that you can do to Toppo in order to stop him. A lot of the characters that are the best in the game right now, Super Saiyan Goku, we have the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, we have the Super Saiyan, or not Super Saiyan, the Son Gohan, we have Hit, we have Gotenks. All of these people can go ahead and knock Toppo out of his stuff, right? He has a lot of counters to him. So it's always funny to me that people will have issues with Toppo. Gotenks, so like I don't know. Again, you just have to. Gotenks is like trying to play a game of chess. You really do have to think about every single thing that you're doing. You can't just waste your vanish, because then at that point you're going to be getting hit with his skill 1, and just having to play around his ghosts. Like if you just try and use beam attacks when that happens to prevent yourself from taking damage, there's a lot of different things that you can do to try and get out of whatever Gotenks is trying to do. Toppo has been a pain in my ass since day one. Since I started playing in season 2, my teams either leave or they sit at base for half the match spamming the emotes. Like I don't understand the point of trolling or destroying any games. Like I took a break after the weekend, man. It's not fun when you get constantly matched against 4 others and you get 3 others who don't give a fuck about teamwork. I always just try and say, like, I've used it in the past. You can just try to go into the Gekishin Squadra server and talk, you know, just to people and see if you are able to find a team that is able to work with you, right? It's going to take some time, but that's the most thing I can recommend, right? Well, I guess he's... All right. Drop the game as soon as they showed newer players can get the newest units before people that's been playing since day one. No point in playing if we get punished for playing. Yes. What did I say? Thankfully they are changing it, so it's gonna take some time, and just hope they, yeah, like there's it just is sad, right, that the tier 1 of the characters is like level 31, and then it's like level 109. It's such a dumb decision that they made, making it where tier 1s were so far apart. And I think they knew that was an issue by making it where tier 119 was also another tier 1, right? Like I am 1 or 2 tiers away from getting tier 109 still, and I've been playing almost every single day. Steam is showing 13k players down to like 1,700 during high playtime. Pretty sure one more season and then those numbers will be in 800s. I just downloaded the game 2 days ago and all I see are bots, even in C2. Can we get a solo or a duo playlist? Even it's not like the MOBAs. I mean, it's not like MOBAs haven't been out for at least 15 years. Shouldn't be too hard to figure out what works and what doesn't. I talked about it here too, but games are going to lose most of their audience over time. It's those people that will just stick around through thick and through thin is in what you just have to wait, right? Like Marvel Rivals went down its total player count by like 90% or something too. And I even said it too, yeah. Even heavy hitters like Marvel Rivals, I think lost like 90% or something. That being said, I also want to solo and duo queue playlist as well. I feel like there are more pressing issues that need to be dealt with first, mainly the pay-to-win characters that they've been releasing an abysmal star collection system. Once we get the player base back with that, they can have solo and duo queues, in my opinion, because if they implement it all right now, all it's going to do is make the bot or wait time issue worse. And I remember how it was back during Project Multi, where the wait time was really bad waiting for people, right? They already stated that they are changing the star collection system and the way you get the new characters, so what's everyone's been asking for has reached them apparently. And yeah, I mean, again, we just have to wait for that change is the issue, I would say. Like, we still haven't gotten anything in game right now. Now hopefully with tonight, because the Christmas skins are dropping, we at least get something in the game to help out with this, but as of right now, nothing's been done. If the game is fun and not pay to win, I could see people spending more money on the things that they like. Again, yeah, something I completely agree with, like costumes and whatnot. I still have high hopes for the game because I'm still a fresh newbie. I just don't know if Bandai is one of the companies that like to listen. I might be confusing them with another one. I don't keep up with this stuff. I'm that much useless. I'm interested in it. I've seen games retain player base for quite a long time. League of Legends and Dota are the first that come to mind, even though I don't consider them good anymore. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, that like we have to get past the retention period first in order for us to see that like what like the overall player base is going to be, and that's what I was mostly talking about, right? But yeah, I agree with everything here though. What's worse is Vegeta's kick is so goddamn inconsistent. I wouldn't mind it being so good versus 99% of the cast if it didn't constantly screw me, but then let the enemy in the same spot with the same level kick get the stun. Also didn't make a huge indication for Gohan's ping because it's way too fast to be evadable. Yeah, like you literally go from the previous technical to the newest technical. Gohan's like kick from his 2 is instant. Like it's, you don't have a second to react. Like it's, hold on, bam, you know, like it just goes like so quick. And then Gotenks' stun is like 1, 2, 3, and then that's it. That's when the stun happens. And again, you could still counterplay it by dodging out of it. That doesn't mean you can't dodge out of the ultimate Gohans. Fuck, is it insanely hard to do, and it's also insanely easy to just, you know, get into that, because it doesn't really show the cone that you used in order to hit that person, but you teleport behind them and then you hit them, right? So like it's just a very easy move to hit, and it is again just like another big disparity between those two characters. But yeah, like this is the reason why that I've used for the thumbnail Vegeta and Gohan, because they're just so fucking annoying. They really are just so annoying. It's amazing how Oob is underused in the game. I always kill Gohan with Oob. Don't nerf him. I don't even think I said nerf him in the video, but I do also agree that they need to. I think they need to buff this guy. Like I think Oob is someone that they just need to give him. I think it was from what I've asked other Oob players. I believe they said that they wanted more cooldown reduction for his skills, and some of like his bubble or whatever. Let me pull it up. Hit this, right? Like I think they said that they wanted this to be like a longer time, because it does not really last as long as just other characters who also give themselves like a buff. I don't really play Oob, so I can't really comment too much on it, but that again, that's what from what I've read feedback and all that, that's what mostly people wanted. But yeah, I do think that Oob should be buffed. You've been cooking with the content recently, thank you. And with Gohan also being out and as strong as he is, I think it just proves your point even more. Yeah, like again, don't be surprised if the next Gekishin Squadra tournament has a fucking 50,000 ultimate Gohans, man. A lot of season 1 players quit for this reason. I can't even get my tech and tank to S rank because I don't have them. I feel like I'm trolling if I play those roles. I feel like it feels like you're trolling if you're doing anything other than Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Ultimate Gohan for technical right now as well. Like, it's just so, it's so stupid. And then it's so sad because like we don't have that issue with DPS. Even the quote unquote pay to win character Super Saiyan 3 Goku doesn't feel like as strong as some of these other characters, right? Or not as strong. He doesn't feel as like toxic. Like, I'd rather take a Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta or like an Ultimate Gohan. You know, I'd rather deal with this guy than deal with those two. And that is very funny to say. In a vacuum, I love the styles of Super Saiyan 4 and Ultimate Gohan's kits. And instead of nerfing them into the ground, I'd like to see other characters buffed or reworked to be good or different. It's actually worth considering the other choices. Like, Zamasu probably needs the wall stun too, or Baby's takeover needs to be more frequent and potent to where it's key to winning team fights. I don't know, but I prefer the other characters getting lifted to the same level and some cooldown nerfs to Vegeta and Gohan because the biggest problem is moves that are always up. I half agree. Like, I don't think this is a bad opinion. It's just not my opinion. I kind of want Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta's passive to be nerfed into the ground because the kicks time, the stun should be like that. It should not be more than that, right? Like, the stagger is just way too long. The barrier wall, I think, also should just not gain unstoppable because, like, you already have the extra HP. You already have it where you're blocking the energy wave attacks, right? So why also give him this? Like, I personally think that they should take out a lot of these mechanics from Vegeta and Ultimate Gohan as well. Like, increasing the cooldowns and making it where, like, only when he is power unleashed can he do some of the stuff that he does, to give it where it's just like more of a what's like the word? I just want it to be more strategic. Like, I don't think a lot of this stuff should be as free as it is. Bro, I don't even have season 1 characters yet. It sucks after playing the game since season 0. Yep. Like, they literally made it where season 1 characters and now Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta were given for free to people who got to tier 31. But all of the people who have been playing since season 0, all the people who've been playing since season 1 are already past that. Like, everyone was already past that. So it's the reason why it's so hard for me to say that those characters are free to play, because in a sense they really just aren't. They really aren't with how bad the Star Collection system is. This is why pay to win characters is bad in the first place. I entirely agree. If a consumer spends $7 on a new character, the character is better max stats and broken mechanics, and when they nerf the paid character straight up to a freaking ripoff and a waste of money. All new characters should be free, and we keep telling them that over and over until they get that. Yes, I completely agree. And it's the reason why I always tell you guys, if you have any of these, like, if you have any of these opinions that you, or feedback that you'd like to express, do so in the Squadra Discord. I appreciate every single comment, and it's the reason why I'm going over these comments right now, because I like seeing your guys' ideas. I like seeing your guys' feedback, but at the same time, your word will mean more if you tell it directly to the devs. So I would always, and I always appreciate seeing you guys comment. If you had to choose one or the other, I always recommend please go comment on the feedback in the community Discord, because I want this game to get better, and this is the only way it's going to get better. I'm genuinely scared about Broly. He will destroy everyone in this game. Trust. Yep. I think if they have it where, like, he has like no obstruction or anything like that, and they have it where he is insanely broken, it's just gonna, like, we're just gonna run into the same issue. I don't want it to be a thing where it's like they release a new character though, and it just destroys the old character, right? Like, they've released Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then 3 characters later, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta comes out, and then they release Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, and then like Broly destroys him, and then they release Broly, and then I don't know, SSJ Ultimate Gohan, or not SSJ Ultimate Gohan, I'm fucking stupid. SSJ Adult Gohan comes out and then has it like he does like an ultimate that is like a family Kamehameha that like breaks whatever Broly's doing with like anything, right? I don't want to go into that system. I want it to be a thing of, like I said, characters should be based off of how like play styles. It should not be based off of making the newest character broken. Right? Like if you're a person who likes going up and close and personal, Android 18 is for you. If you're a person who likes staying back, then Super Saiyan 3 Goku is for you. If you're a person who likes ratting, Daima Goku is for you. If you're a person who likes just doing a whole bunch of AoE stuff, Bojack is for you. If you're a person who likes sniping bosses, Piccolo is for you. Like, I want different playstyles to the game. I don't want it to be where like every single match is the same people over and over and over again. Joined the game last week. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Ultimate Gohan absolutely pay to win and unfair. If you are losing with these games, you are bad. I'm giving this one a silent like, and I am I'm not saying anything. It happens with most games. They release a busted new unit or character or to make you want to buy them, and then they nerf them by the time the free to play finally have access to them. Again, that's just another issue when you have it where these characters come out and then the next thing that like when they finally become free to play, they just nerf them. It is a little sketch, to say the least. And it wouldn't be sketch if all of these guys were free. The point of no balance patch until the tournament ended was to see what was happening in the meta. I wouldn't really say that. I think it was just because, like I've said in the past, it's because they don't want an inherent advantage or disadvantage to anyone who is practicing with a character before they like just did like a random nerf or buff right before a tournament, right? They want to give you time to be able to practice with whoever you want and hone your skills, and for things to just stay as it is until that point. Then out of nowhere, a build-up patch came in and fucked it all up. But they'll see what Super Saiyan 4 did in the tournaments, and then they'll nerf him. Ironically, I think the answer to Super Saiyan 4 is Gohan, but Gohan was banned. I know Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta will get nerfed, and I hope they do something about Daima Goku and Piccolo. What Par's team did to literally everyone they came across is not okay. Bosses weren't alive for 10 seconds. They had one match in Grands, and then they lost and flipped it right back in their game 3. I mean, again, I just don't want the answer to any character to be to just play another newer character. And it's the reason why we just saw so many Super Saiyan 4 Vegetas, is because he was by far the best. And no one was using anything other than Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. No one. And that kind of stinks. I feel like they're scared of releasing another flop like Topo, but they have to take in that as a part to why he didn't sell well that much, is because he's a niche character. Like, I don't mind new characters being strong, but this game being a MOBA make it way more noticeable how strong they are. Also, what was on their minds when they gave those two such a free stun? So true. So true. Like, it's yeah, which is funny because Gotenks was like the most balanced character they dropped, and he still sold well. I think they did a good job with him, and then they fucked it all up. Yep. I am so true when I read back at my comments. Who is this guy? He's kind of cooking. While I share the same concerns, I do think we should wait to see how Broly's going to come out before making such statements. Because depending on how broken he is, Super Saiyan 4 might be unnecessary evil, you know? I mean, his stun is already countered pretty hard by Cooler, and especially Ultimate Gohan. So I don't know, man. I don't think nerfing him into the Oblivion is the way to go. Maybe they can take like half a second off of his stun, but especially regarding his barrier, if they fumble it too much, you can see where a world where he just becomes irrelevant because he doesn't even have damage to compensate. So yeah, I do think buffing the hell out of the other tanks should be the better way. No. I think no. What did I put here? Well, I get that. At the same time, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta shouldn't be the only thing we ever see in the game ever. I think that they shouldn't nerf him. I think they should nerf him into the to get him aligned with other tanks, but that they shouldn't make new characters instantly busted either. Dude, this fucking comment got me dying. I like this better than all the bitching and moaning I just listened to. I'm totally unfollowing this guy. And I looked at his only other comment, and he just commented on my tier list and was like, you guys complained about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and now you guys are complaining about this guy. Fuck you. And I was like, what? What are you saying fuck me for? Why did you follow if you don't like me? Just if you don't like my content, move on. Like if you don't like the thing I'm saying, you guys can just click off, you know, just as a heads up. If you guys are legally required to be here, I'm sorry. But if you're not, you can do anything else. Just it's so funny. But yeah, like I'm gonna keep repeating the same point. I don't want new solutions to fix problems with I don't want them to release a problem and then sell a solution. You know, I don't want that to be a thing that happens. Just wait for Broly. And if Broly is busted and broken, I'm gonna cry. Like it just needs to be like another option, not a thing you have to always take. I agree. I got Gohan. Don't have to try him in D rank at all. I'm usually on the team with Toppo, Super Saiyan 3, and Vegeta. You have to have elite game knowledge to beat a team like that where the players have their eyes open. I wonder if people think that Toppo is busted or broken because of Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. If like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta just like stuns, and then Toppo does like his spin and then like puts the AoE on these characters and has it where they're on a running away sort of thing. I wonder. Do you think Gohan will be nerfed when Broly comes? Because he's a melee range fighter and he will just inherently nullify everything he tries to do. This new mechanic of having it where like it's replies like this is always so weird to me. Watch them give him something unstoppable. It would be so stupid. But yeah, I really hope that they nerf Gohan. This is a warning into what's to come. Broly and whatever is coming for season 3 will put everything in disarray. Yep. I think there are still plenty of free-to-play characters who can... This one was so... This one was very funny to me. I still think there are very free-to-play characters who can compete. Sure, the premium characters are still the best in the game, but how your team plays is way more important than what characters you have. Even the best characters often lose a 2v1, and you can still lose even with these characters if you don't kill bosses or gods. Maybe this doesn't apply to higher ranked lobbies, but I've seen people like Deborah, 18, Zamasu, and Super Saiyan 3 now that he's free to play, and so many more dominate in my lobbies just as much as Super Saiyan 4 and Ultimate Gohan. Two things, yeah. There are characters in the game who are lower rank merchants that I think if you do not know how these characters work, you will be very, very upset when you have to fight them. Piccolo, I feel like, is one because if like he is marked on the map, not marked on the map, but he is, you can see where he is when he's charging up special beam. But he's a person where if you're just not being careful and trying to stop him when he's charging up special beam, he can just dominate like against bosses. There's Cell, whose back break it can seem very busted, but he is just so easy to bully early game. It is funny, and it is always funny when people try and say that Cell is actually broken and busted. But he's not. He's so fucking bad. Toppo is another character where it's like, if you know what you're doing, he's not scary at all. The third skill is his only quote-unquote scary mechanic, and he can be stunned out of it. Or you can just use your vanish step, or you can just hide behind a wall until after his flick is done. There is so many counterplays to this. It is funny. And his skill 1 and skill 2 are fucking awful too. And then there was like one more merchant that I was thinking of that is like really fucking bad, but people who are just lower rank are Just, oh, Frieza. I wouldn't say Frieza. I guess I wouldn't really say Frieza is bad, but he's just like another person where you have to really think about what you're doing. He's able to burst bosses pretty fast. He has it where like Zarbon has a clear thing of where he is using his attack, and then people will just run straight through Zarbon's lines and not try to like just kill Zarbon at all. They'll just be like, just keep fighting while getting shot by Zarbon. It's so funny. It is really funny. But yeah, like I don't see Deborah. I guess you could also say is another person who's fucking awful, but just lower ranks have it, right? That doesn't mean that. Actually, no, hold on. I wanted to say something else. All right. When we're talking about pay to win discussion, right? Like when we're talking about the Gekishin Squadra having a pay to win problem, that doesn't mean you literally just pay and then you just win, right? But it just means you have an inherent advantage. If your team has like Deborah and 18 and then that's it, you're gonna have a hard time versus like something like Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan Goku, right? Or if you're a person who is using like Super Saiyan Vegeta, you're gonna have a hard time against Super Saiyan 4. If you're a person who's using Krillin, you're gonna have a hard time with someone like Gohan. It doesn't mean you can't win. You're just at an inherent advantage for picking those characters. But yeah, well, the other thing I thought was funny is because I still think people that are plenty of free-to-play characters who can compete, but like the main options that I was talking about were like Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Ultimate Gohan, and the first like almost all of this list right here is all DPS that are free to play. Like I don't know even if you want to really count Dragon Fist as free to play, because you have to either make a new account or you have to get to tier 109 to have them be free to play. But like the other half of this list is just all DPS. It's like that's not what I was really talking about. An advantage that isn't nearly as large as people think, in my opinion. Tournaments are different from casual games anyways. You need to have an advantage to get into a tournament because you're likely to go up against people who practically live on the game, whereas nearly every D to B ranks have people who are really good and really bad. You get around that slight advantage because not every player around you is going to be capitalizing on every advantage. They're most likely to make mistakes. If you learn all the characters, movesets, play smart, and a halfway decent teammate, it doesn't matter which character you fight. No. When I brought up the tournament, I was showing that there was such an inherent advantage for these characters that everyone picked Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. And another thing, I brought about it up in the video too. And I didn't like showcase it too much, but we could just see, right? Like when I was showing the people who were in the tournament, right? The best characters weren't even the ones, or like the best DPS weren't even the ones that were being picked all the time. Like, yes, you'll still see a lot of Super Saiyan Gokus, but Piccolo's not the second best DPS in the game. He was still in here. We go over here, Daimaku's in here. We have Gammas, who, yes, again, another really high DPS, but then it's like Daimaku and Super Saiyan Goku. We go into the next game, and it's Daimaku, Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, Daimaku. Then we go into the next one. Bojack, Kale. Bojack, Piccolo. Like, we saw a lot. It's not like the inherent disadvantage was as bad as Super Saiyan 4. If you didn't pick Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, you were like at a bigger battle than anything, right? Meanwhile, you could pick whichever those DPS were, and you weren't going to have like a terrible time. And that's what I was talking about. Was that like you'll see a plethora of DPS, but you won't see a plethora of tanks. So, no. You wouldn't see everyone capitalizing on every advantage for stuff like that. And yes, the advantage is very big. Of course, bad people are still going to lose. Even with like amazing characters. Yeah, that's just how it is. And yeah, 3Q isn't even true free to play because you have to reset your account or whatever. Yeah, you can unlock your thing at star level 30. By the way, everyone is past star level 30. I wonder what the next tier is. Yeah, again. Yeah, like I said, only new characters or new accounts can get them, or by resetting your account. Left in the dirt. If you're that far, you already have a good amount of characters. You don't need Dragon Fist. Yeah, you can unlock Dragon Fist, but if you're past them, then it doesn't. You don't need them. What? My favorite rule is support, and I made 17, but I deadass stopped playing as support because Ultimate Gohan is just so unfun to fight against. Wow, really? Can't believe people would say that. Oh my god, this is so fucking funny to me. This part, I've talked about this a little bit on Twitter too. Pay to win, bruh. Maybe do better with your combo cards. Anyone who is saying that, all people who agreed with me, I think you guys should just get better combo cards. Topo is great. Just run Topo Tank. Also, in case you didn't notice, the paid characters from last season are normal unlocks, all the way to Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. I don't know if you noticed, buddy. No one can get them. Everyone's past tier 31. And no one has gone to tier 109. So they're still pay to win characters. I don't think Topo's pay to win. I think he's pay to lose. But yeah, Topo fucking sucks. I accidentally kept scrolling back, so I just like hit my mouse. Pro tip on how I handle Super Saiyan for Vegeta. Back off him and go around his wall. And Goku use Meteor Hammer and get around him. He's not impervious to AoE damage that way too. I don't make money, most money at my job, but I understand why new characters are able to be paid for. People cry about DLC, and then people get upset when the quality of the games go way down. Your videos would be a lot better if you didn't sound like you were crying the whole time. All right, man. You got me. You got me. A person who is trying to be the best will never beat a person who's just doing this shit for fun. And you know what, buddy? I fucking yield. I get on my knee and I bow my head. You win, buddy. I'm sorry. Topo God, you win. You win, man. You fucking win. Like, it's just so sad. I'm gonna stop looking at that one. I cannot believe it. Call me crazy, but Frieza so low is wild. It's just because that Ultimate Gohan came out. It's the reason why Gotenks is also so low on this tier list. I think the base rankings on how easy to see the character, but I believe that Frieza can be OP based on who is the player. Tier list and relevant. If people would make the new character, if they're people, then make the new character seems weak. Me personally, I don't think Frieza is this low. I'd still probably put like Gotenks and Frieza in A. I don't think there is what is it called? I don't think there is a true B slot, but like Krillin is definitely the worst. But that's just me. We need a proper ranked mode, bans, and free characters. Oh, and the buffs need more frequent. We can't go to more than 2 weeks without balancing, or we can get the Gekishin Squadra we have now. I mean, yeah, but this is just for tournaments. I just hope in the future that they make it where there's like tournament setting or something like that, where you could just go back to like a specific balance patch for those tournaments. Because I don't, well, actually no, I'm gonna take back what I just said. I think the main issue with them having it where it was more than 2 weeks was this. They specifically said, we will not have any balance changes to lock in the sandbox for Squadra Blast, right? And then they said this on the 17th. They had it where 2 days later, they did the patch notes, and any reasonable person was thinking, excuse me, clearly they're going to give us a patch right before this comes out. Clearly, before December ends, they are going to give us a patch, and then that never came. So why did they not just clarify inside of the developer letter that it's more than 2 weeks? Because then I would have said, yeah, no, this is bullshit. It would have made much more sense to give people 2 weeks, but they didn't give people 2 weeks. They gave them 4. That was the awful part about it. Actually, disconnection problem is what they should fix. On mobile, it kicks you out of the game constantly. It happened to me 3 times today in one battle, and it's annoying. What's even more annoying is that they haven't said anything about fixing this in the release notes. Again, you really just have to be adamant in the feedback section. On top of that, there also is a bug section that you can submit your feedback to see. The devs sort of can sorry, I got lost in my train of thought. You can submit your bugs feedback in like the little bugs section, so that way the devs can try and see what was the issue that caused it. Like I said, there was a person who literally had it where anytime that they recalled Zarbon on mobile, it would crash their game. So they had to then stop using Zarbon or recalling them and then just continuously use it, right? If you report that, the devs can try and see why does using Zarbon crash people on mobile's games. And you just you just have to just give them as much information as possible. Devs have confirmed that they will fix how often Gohan stacks. No, this was a bug. This was not them confirming that they will fix how it works. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta isn't that bad, but Gohan is so overtuned I feel bad using him. Yes, he is. I swear, it's like people think a character power crept when they just suck at the game. Vegeta does no damage. His kick is mega weird, and the damage of Final Shine is trash. Vegeta can only stun if you hit against the wall. Is there what the like? I don't understand the revisionists that people are trying to say with Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. It makes no fucking sense at all, man. I always keep clicking on my video by accident. So true. Gotta look at the design team on Dragon Ball compared to Rivals. Rivals on another level to Dragon Ball. I think that's why they charge for characters, because their skins are kind of meh, if you ask me. Some are okay, but just look at the amazing work Rivals does for skins, and I'm sure 90% of them are amazing for everyone. I mean, people are gonna buy it regardless. It's again why they have to make. I just think that they should just make every character free. They could sell skins. The gap between free-to-play paths for a character and the pay-to-win path is just too crazy right now. You either have someone on the team buy the new kid on the block and have a fun time winning, or you got to face him and you still can beat the new character, but it'll be more of a team effort, which ain't happening in solo queue lower ranks. Also, self-slander needs to stop. I talked about this with Knight on the side. Sky Knight. I almost said Solo Knight. Sky Knight on the side, but Cell fucking sucks. Let's not even kid ourselves for a second. Know how to transfer? Yeah, guys, if you just know the little hidden Cell knowledge. Yeah, it's like Cell is not good. Player, yeah, it's the same guy. Yeah, it's so true. Super Saiyan 3 can only spin and has a ton of vulnerability. Nobody felt broken until Super Saiyan 4. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing. Like I did when I first made the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is broken video. I said no, that I didn't think he was pay to win because of how much vulnerability that he had and the fact that he still had a lot of counterplay. Did I think he deserved to be nerfed? A little bit, I would say. But that doesn't mean that he was not someone who had counterplays. Now, Vegeta and Ultimate Gohan don't. Like, the only counterplay to Ultimate Gohan is the fact that he has, like, no escape options. But Vegeta is just so fucking toxic with his stun, with his wall, with his ultimate pushing people back. Like, oh my god. Now they're just power scaled above the entire field, and they're the Tengen Technical. They literally forced in both slots or you lose the lane. They need to add... Yeah, we already said that. I feel like the problem is that since getting characters to ass in the game is a MOBA, people notice way more how strong the new thing is. No, it's just the fact that the new thing is very strong. I don't mind playing pay-to-win games as I have been free-to-play my entire life and I like a good challenge. My main issue is that the two characters don't let me play the game. Can't grind because Ultan sees you and you're dead. Can't attack him because one ult and you're dead. Can't attack him because his fleet puts your stuff on cooldown and Vegeta stuns you even longer. I can't play the damn game. Yeah, I think CCs and Gekishin Squadra are becoming very, very annoying. Cooler count is Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta and Ult Gohan best free-to-play tank right now. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta can't use skills if hit by Cooler skill 2. Same with Ultimate Gohan. I mean, I still wouldn't say Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta gets countered by Cooler, but because like even Minato and I were talking about it, this still has like the highest cooldown, and while you are waiting for this to come back on cooldown, Vegeta will just kick you and stun you forever. Like this is one small fix to a very like it's like trying to put like one brick down and hoping that a waterfall will stop. It's unfortunately not what's I keep clicking on that. That's not what it's gonna fix it. Deborah is so good now. What the hell? I understand that he can get caught late game, but that's a crazy take. He sucks. Come on. Oh my god, this one. Oh, we're gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about this because Minato tweeted that shit caught me fucking laughing, dude. Glad I dropped the game. That makes sense. Yeah. Dogon has 5 stones, way too much CC. Yep. I pay from time to time and still don't win that much. It's the matchmaking system. I don't know. I don't know if I'd say that. I disagree on all the points raised on this. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta is not paid to win. He is just more stable. His damage is not good, and if he escapes, his team dies. Ultimate Gohan has a big issue, very big issue. He will not be picked on pro level game. Yeah. People, you're right. People just picked Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta in the tournament for funsies. Everyone had fun with Vegeta. Everyone was just like, we should. Little known fact, by the way, before the tournament happened, all 128 teams got into a group chat, and they were all like, let's all pick Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, even though he's not the best. Let's just pick him for fun. And that same thing will happen for Ultimate Gohan and when we all go into that big group chat too. The same discourse was running around when Super Saiyan 3 Goku was released. Resuming Get Good. What are the comments on this? Like, what? Brain dead. That's so funny. I'm genuinely impressed on how terrible the character balance is. There's no way these characters have been releasing OP by complete accident. It's not just the characters, but some of the gameplay is bad too. They still haven't addressed the Dragon Shell being a joke. There's also how Zeno will be right in your face, obscuring everything. Damage is just too high in general with unavoidable attacks. I'd say, but I want to love this game, and I'm glad I dropped this game months ago. I don't think the issue is like the pay to win issue is not something that has been a problem until this newest season, in my opinion. What are the comments saying? Why are you commenting on something you haven't played in months? You don't know how the game has changed at all. Even if you're keeping up with the constant start in the game, you are just regurgitating other people's ideas. Yes, bouncing isn't the best, but you wouldn't know because you don't play the game. Delete this comment. It's gotten much worse. Disconnect. Well, I didn't mean to do that. It's better to play without spending money because otherwise it's a scam. I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and link Minatos' video down in the comments below too if you guys would like to watch that. I do really recommend watching it because I think they did a very good job. But we're gonna go ahead and stop there because we're almost an hour in. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.